Okay, so what we're going to be doing here is we're going to try to see if quadrilateral QRST is actually a trapezoid. So what we really need to do first and foremost is it's hard for me to kind of see with these points what's actually going on with the picture. So I'm going to do a quick sketch. So I'm going to sketch these out, but I'm going to plot these points and play connect the dots. So let's do a sketch. So this is my sketch. I'm just going to draw an XY axis. You don't have to be perfect by putting tick marks. Just be in the right area so you can kind of get a feel for what's going on in the problem. So I've got negative 12 is going to be way over here. Negative 12, 1, so it's slightly above. So this is going to be my Q. I have negative 9. Well, if this is negative 12, it's got to be over this way. If this is 1, it's got to be above. So let's call this R. And then we've got negative 4, which is going to be over about halfway between the R and there and the origin. And then 3, which is slightly below. Let's call this S. And last but not least, we're going to have a negative 11, which is going to be close to this. And then negative 4, which is going to be below. So negative 11, negative 4. And we're going to call this T. So now we just play connect the dots. And we can see, in fact, it looks like a trapezoid. But we can't verify it's a trapezoid yet because we have to see if QR is going to be parallel to TS. If it is, then it's a trapezoid. We can see clearly by drawing this out, should not be parallel. All right, so the first thing I need to remember is I need to go ahead and remember my slope formula because I want to use slope because if these two slopes are the same, then they're going to be parallel. If they're anything that is not, if they're not the same, they're not going to be parallel. So my slope formula, if you remember, is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. From there, I'm just going to go ahead and plug in. I want to find the slope of QR. So my slope of QR, this M normally means measure. I'm just writing it as slope because I'm being lazy. So I'm going to come up to QR. So I'm going to look at Q. I need to do y sub 2. So let's use Q as 2. So I'm going to do 1. I'm going to go to R minus 4. Over negative 12 minus a negative 9. Well, that seems simple enough. 1 minus 4 is negative 3. Negative 12 minus a negative 9, this really becomes plus 9. So negative 12 gives me negative 3, gives me a slope of 1. Now, if you go in and do the calculations, my slope of TS, which is what I was looking for, is in fact 1. My slope of QT is negative 5, and my slope of RS, by doing all the calculations, is a negative 1/5. Now, because this slope and this slope are the same, we know that this is going to be a trapezoid. So we can just simply write a statement. Something along the lines of QRST is a trapezoid because, shouldn't capitalize the because let's say QR is parallel to TS and QT is not parallel to RS, and I'm done.